So today I want us to look at some of the differences between the new SANS 10142 from this year, 2026, with the previous version, which was in 2024. So in this video, I'm just going to be showing you what those changes are or where they are. We won't actually be reading through all the new standards line by line. So at any point in this video where you want to actually like pause and read, so just pause the video and read through what those changes look like. So we'll go through what are about 8 or additions, so whichever part is new and which part was removed from the previous SANS. So I'm going to start off with just before the foreword. You can see with this table here, on the right we have the 2026 version, and the green is the addition. As you can see, the previous one is just 3 rows. Okay, now on to the next part. There are some changes here. The green part here is additions if you compare it with the previous one, but also there's been some cancellations here. Some of the additions are also here in green, and then it carries on normal from here on, going down. Okay, just for more full view, you can see there's been some cancellations here where the previous parts they didn't have that. Like for example, if you look at this part on the right, there's been some cancellations as amendments made for amendments 3. So guys, amendment 3 is all the changes from this new latest standard. Okay, let's just scroll a little bit more. As I scroll down, there's a bit more wording here that is new. And let's see the next part. Okay, so the next part is in the table of contents. We have a new section here, 7.1.17, caravans and mobile trailers, which we didn't have in the previous version. Moving ahead, the next change can be seen still in the table of contents. We have an annexure S, whereas in the previous version we ended at annexure R. So this is like a new addition on page 14. Keep going. There is a removal here. So the red on the left is a previous SANS. There's been a part that's been removed, and this has been the addition in the wording under normative references. To keep going. Now there's a lot of additions also on the right. As you can see, the greens, like I said earlier on, all the amendment 3s are the additions. You'd have to be looking at the left to see how that has changed. So for example, if you look at the previous version, when this part ends, we had the following part. Let me scroll back to it again. After accessories, we had the next part reading SANS 101, SANS 60364, which is that. But before that part comes in, we have this new additions here. So you can just read through that. The green also is additions. You can compare that to the left to see how that change looks. Okay, let's keep going. The other small section part is they've added and 7.1.12 3.1.5 on the right here, whereas in the previous part it just ended in a full stop just right at the 4. So you can just read through what that change is. And let's see, we also have 6.1.13 addition here, whereas in the previous version it only ended at 6.1.12. That is page 80. Okay, let's keep going. Now on what page this 136, there's been some new paragraph additions, whereas in the previous one you had up to 4 points. Now you have 5, so the addition is this part here. So you can just read through what those changes are. But I can see there's color other than pink, whereas in the previous one there's color other than green, yellow, green or black. So there's just that change there. On this as well, looks like there's an amendment 3 made between this one and this one. So you can just read through what this paragraph says in comparison to this one. Okay, like I said, we're not going to read through all of them for time's sake, otherwise this video will be very long. So do pause through any of the new changes to read through them. Okay, so to keep moving, what page are we on now? 156. There's this paragraph has changed. There's been some removals in red and some additions that you can see them on the right side in green. So you can just still pause and then read through how different these two paragraphs are. Okay, change number 20. There's about 88 changes we're going to go through, and this is the 20th. There's been an addition here, this little section or paragraph in comparison to the left where you didn't have it after this paragraph itself here. And then going ahead, we have some more changes on page 166. So this paragraph 6.1 1.3 was a bit longer, if you can see it. It's been reduced to size so you can read through what those changes are. Change number 22, medical locations. It's just a change of the SANS reference used. So here is removed, it's in red, and then the addition is this part here. That's page 222. Okay, to keep going, on page 233, the changes are here on section C. Point C, this was much shorter here, it's much longer there, so there's an addition. There's also a D following it, which we didn't have before, where you ended at only C, that side on the left. They did make a note of it here as well. Note 2, deleted by amendment number 3, so just read through that. Because the note 2 in this case was this part, this note has been deleted. We don't have it in the new SANS. Right, change number 24. We're looking at page 236. So the new addition is this entire green section. If you compare it to the left, let's see what that actual change is. It was quite a long section. So just before this paragraph in the previous version, which is this paragraph, this one, they've added this whole entire section at the top, which we didn't have. So just from here, under this, we have this entire section. So as you can see, these are all amendment 3s, amendment 3s, amendment 3s, amendment 3s. You can just read through that. To just pause the video and read through what it says.